Unit 10, Formative 2, Video 3, Measures of Central Tendency. So this is where we have the mean, okay, which we know as an average. They're actually all averages, but the mean is the average that we are used to, where you add them all up and divide by how many numbers you have. The median, okay, is the middle number. So think of a median in the road. Okay, you have to line them all up in order, and you pick the middle value. On this one, don't forget, if there are two middle values, you find the mean of the two middle values. Okay. The next one's mode. Mode's the one that occurs the most. You can have no mode, which means no number repeats, or you can have multiple modes. For example, in this one, the 2 is twice and the 5 is twice. So both of those would be the modes. Okay. The range, okay, is the highest minus the lowest. So 8's the highest minus the lowest number, and we get 6. So the range is 6. Okay. So here with definitions, we went over it, but let's just go ahead and review. The mean is the average. Okay, that's where we add values and divide by how many we have. The amount of numbers. Okay, median, middle number. Okay, make sure in order. Okay, make sure they're mode is the one that occurs the most. You can have no modes or multiple nodes. Okay, range, highest minus lowest, again in order. Alright, so here we go. We're going to find the central tendencies for the number sets 3, 7, 4, 9, 6, 8, and 4. The first thing you can do is they are not in order. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put them in order. Let me change colors. Okay, so, and I like to cross them out. So we have a 3. We have 2 4s. Then I don't delete, or then I can go back and make sure I got them all. We have a 6, a 7, an 8, and a 9. Okay, so the next question is best fit and why. We'll get to that in a minute. So we're going to find the central tendencies. That means we have to find the mean, we have to find the median, we have to find the mode, and the range. Okay, so I like to do the easy ones first. The range is going to be the highest minus the lowest. Okay, so the range is 6. The mode is the next one. We have 2 4s. Okay, and then the median is going to be the one in the middle. So let me delete that. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 7 numbers. So that gives me 3 on one side, 3 on the other, which would make 6 my median. Okay, and for my mean, I need to add them all up. So I'm going to quickly add. Oops. So I got 3 plus 4 plus 4 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9. And I get 41. And I know there's 7 numbers, so I'm going to divide that by 7. So I get 5.86. I'm going to round. So about 5.86. Okay. So now you need to make sure that your mean is a number in between. So if you got a mean of like 14, you did something wrong. Okay. And the number's got to be between 3 and 9. Same with the median and same with the mode. Okay. Now this next question. Okay. This is the one that's probably new for us. Okay. Best fit and why. Okay, so we want to know which one of these pieces of data represent our numbers. Okay, I will tell you it'll almost never be range. Okay, so don't worry about the range. It's almost never going to be the range. The mode, you're going to use the mode when it's words. Like, what's your favorite color? Okay, so that's where the mode's going to represent the data. The biggest two we're going to use is the mean or the median, and they're really close, so it really doesn't matter. But the median, you use when what we call it, there's an outlier. Okay, an outlier is when there's a number that doesn't belong. Okay, so for example, we have like 3, 4, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then what if we had another number that was 21? Okay, that number's not even in the group, it's not even close. So if we have an outlier, we would pick our median as our best fit, but since there's not, we're going to pick our mean, and the reason's going to be no outlier. Okay, let's try another one. Same thing, find the central tendencies for the number set. So again, I'm going to put them in order. So I have a 6, I have a 9, 10, 11, 13, and 32. Okay, so we're going to do, whenever it asks for central tendencies, you have to do them all. So mean, median, mode, and range. Range is 32 minus 6. Okay, mode's going to be what occurs the most. No number repeats, so I'm going to write the word none on here, just because if I write 0, that could be a problem. So, oh, I forgot to do the range. That's 26. So the range is 26, the mode is none. Median's the middle, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers. So right here, 3 on each side is the middle. So there's 2 middle numbers, so I'm going to add them and divide by 2, which would give me 10.5. Okay. Median, I'm going to add them all up. So I have 6 plus 9 plus 10 plus 11 plus 13 plus 32 equals 81. Divided by 6, I get 13.5. Okay. So now we need to figure out which one's the best fit. Okay, so now you need to talk again about the outliers. So let's look at the numbers. The median here is right here, right in the middle. Now this mean, it's over here. Okay, so which one of these two numbers would best represent the data? Okay, with the mean being so far off to the right, we wouldn't pick the mean. So we're going to pick the median. Okay, and if you look at 32, okay, does that look like the rest of the numbers? Is it really close to them? And it's not. So that would be because there's an outlier. We're going to pick the median. Okay? So that's what an outlier looks like. It's the number that's really far off, doesn't really belong. All right, last one. We're going to find the missing value from the test scores, 80, 93, 91, and an unknown test score. Okay, we want to know what grade would you need on your next test to have an average of 90. Okay, so first of all, average, we know, is the mean. Okay, so to find the mean, we know we need to add them all up and divide by how many numbers we have. Okay, so let's see how many numbers we have. 1, 2, 3, plus an unknown. So we have 4 numbers. Okay, now we want the average to be 90. Okay, so I want this here. Okay, now again, up here, to get the numbers up here, we have to add all of our numbers. So we have an 80 plus a 93 plus a 91 plus an unknown. Okay, so don't forget the unknown. Okay, so make sure that 4 here and you have 4 there. Okay, make sure those match up. Okay. All right, so now this one, the hard part here is it's a little different. We have to solve, but we want to know what this is. Okay, so we have to solve for the x. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and add all the numbers that are up in the numerator. So I'm going to add 80 plus 93 plus 91, and I get 264. Plus my unknown, right? I'm going to divide that by 4, and it equals 90, because that's what I want my average to be. Okay, so we're still solving for the x. Okay, so I need to isolate it. So we have to get rid of the 264 or the 4. So we know we get rid of the 4. Oops, let me write that. So we're going to get rid of the 4 by multiplying. Those are going to cancel. Now if you multiply one side by 4, you need to multiply the other side by 4. Okay. So now we're left with 264 plus x equals, now those 4's cancel, 360. Okay. Now it's a lot easier to solve for this x. So now I'm just going to subtract 264. Oops. So I have 360 minus 264. So x is 96. So my test score on that last one needs to be a 96 to average a 90 in the class.